We begin tonight with a look at our roads as millions of Americans are set to make their way to their holiday destinations this week. Several of you may be heading out of town, or maybe you are joining us from those travels, so welcome. This is a live look from our SPID from our 3 News Tower Cam. AAA saying this could be one of the busiest travel periods that we've seen in years. Around this part of town, and typically this time of day, visibility isn't too much of a concern, even though it is gray outside, but things looking pretty clear as far as the roads are concerned. Things are moving, but as we do know, it can get really thick and dangerous in other parts of the coastal bend. Looking now at one of our Coastal Park Beach cameras at Caldwell Pier, that thick fog you can see is something to expect overnight throughout this week as we head into a warm and humid holiday week. Our 3 News weather team reporting visibility could be around a quarter mile or less, with sea fog like this a possibility for coastal areas, but in other parts more inland as well. In fact, those conditions bringing a tragedy in Live Oak County early Sunday morning, where investigators say a 6-vehicle pileup was caused by that low visibility in the dense fog, claiming the life of a 16-year-old girl. Our Ryan Hopper spoke with crash investigators and brings us the very latest on this tonight. Ryan.
Leslie, early Sunday morning, those living along US 281 in Live Oak County woke up to an unspeakable tragedy, leaving 1 dead and 9 injured, which authorities say was entirely preventable. It was a foggy, drizzly Sunday morning south of 3 Rivers when disaster struck. That was the horrific sound of a 6-vehicle pileup that DPS investigators say was ultimately due to fog.
We had a GMC Yukon that was attempting to cross over US 281, and due to the heavy fog, either just didn't see or didn't realize how close that box truck was to it, and failed to yield at that intersection, pulled out in front of it, and that sort of caused a chain reaction to occur involving multiple other vehicles.
That chain reaction claiming the life of a 16-year-old girl whose car was not among the 2 in the initial collision. Experts say tragedies like this happen all too often and can be easily avoided. Fog appears when the air temperature meets the dew point, most commonly during the early morning or late afternoon hours. So try to avoid driving during those hours if there is any kind of fog advisory. But if you have to, here are a few things to keep in mind.
Especially when you're stopped at those intersections, make sure that you've got enough space and time to make it across or make your turn safely. And if you ever have that inkling that it might be a little close, then go with your gut and just wait for that vehicle to pass.
One more thing, don't use your high beams, which Mallory says can do more harm than good.
You want to use your low beams in the fog to increase your visibility. If you use your high beams, that's going to increase the glare, which is going to reduce your visibility.
Now, due to the nature of the crash, it's going to take authorities longer to investigate exactly how that impact occurred, but right now, there was just 1 death while 9 others were transported to local hospitals with injuries. Leslie, back to you.